I ain't gonna say a struggle, but it was a fight back then too, as well, as far as like us trying to get on radio stations and stuff like that, man. 92 family had popped out the woodworks, and we started doing big promotional shows with them and things like that there. And them very same people, now that I think of, Scott, like your DJ Ferris's and all them folks like that over there at 92, when they first started, I was there with them, man, and I helped that station out a whole lot, man. So it kind of hurt me. I was looking for some support with this new song that I got, man, and I ain't got the support that I need, even coming from Chicago like this. I said, oh, man, what's going on?
You would think that right away people would gravitate to what you're doing. Why do you think that there's no support for you in your own city?
Well, I'm gonna just say, man, especially with this new single and everything, it's kind of reflecting on Twista and everything, and you got a lot of people in Chicago that that thinks he's something that he ain't. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a good person at all, Scott. You know what I'm saying? And this song will just tell you everything. You know what I mean? And it's the realest song that's out there. And it can't be nothing but hate when people don't want to play it. It got a good beat to it where you can dance to it and everything. And then it's talking about some real life.
Yeah, people definitely love the Chicago sound, and like I said before, Legit Ballin, you guys was moving crazy units. You were moving mainstream label units straight from the underground. That's a hard thing to do. It kind of sucks that you're not getting that type of support after all you've already done.
Yeah, Scott, and it's crazy, Scott, because there's a lot of guys that's in play now. Since I walked away from the game for so many years and everything, it's a lot of people that was just I would call them interns and everything, but they knew me very well. I used to look out for a whole lot of them, but a lot of them in different positions now. You know what I'm saying, throughout the radio, throughout different record labels and stuff like that. And it's just kind of one of those things, hey, man, you ain't been around, man. We done moved on, and now we got a spot, and we really ain't looking for nobody or something. I don't know what it is, Scott. I just know it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? The thing about Chicago, like I was saying, as far as Chicago ain't doing what they supposed to do, I almost got to make a correction on that part, because I got to make sure I say this here clearly. I got to say that the industry people of Chicago ain't doing what they supposed to do, because the streets with me, and they always going to be with me. We good on that end now.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about that again, if you don't care, for a little bit. Since you clarified that, the industry side of Chicago, you're talking about the different radio stations and whatnot. So you're saying it's pretty much some politics then.
Yeah, the radio stations, the podcasts, everything that they got going on around here. I mean, it's a lot going on around here, and once again, I just can't stress enough that I watch a whole lot of them just grow up. You know what I mean? And they know what it is. They know what it is already. They know who had it and who was doing what. A lot of them want to be a part of it, and once again, as far as Power 92, a lot of them wouldn't even have jobs if we didn't go over there and push like we did, because even when we was pushing that, I was investing money in that there. You know what I mean? I was putting money in there too while 92 was building themselves up.
So you was helping out a lot then.
Yeah, and to go back to the documentary on the music side of things, I'm gonna leave this little spiel in, because I'm gonna let a few bags out of the documentary with that whole thing of putting stuff together on how people got brown paper bags here and there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get real wild with it, because at the end of the day, Scott, they ain't showing no love anyway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm getting plenty love, like I said, from the New York action, over there in Canada, man, down in Mississippi, New Orleans, and Texas. I'm gonna work with those.
Here you are now in 2022 pushing a single, and you're not getting recognized. I can't imagine how that makes you feel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like, folks need to know the truth once again. You know what I mean? And I mean, I might as well tell it, because I don't think they ever gonna tell it, and can't nobody do nothing to me, so it is what it is.
Do you think a lot of it has to do with their allegiance to, maybe Twista?
I know a whole lot of it do. A whole lot of it got allegiance to do the Twista. But if everybody just sat back and say to themselves, what have he done for them, or what have he done for the city? The city gave him the name. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be more stars coming out this city. You know what I mean? It should be more stars coming out the city. We had things going over there, legit balling. You know what I mean? Dark Side Balling them was on their way. You know what I mean? They was gonna be the next big thing.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also go over to UJSforLife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.